ASX Market Update, Trump Tariff Threat Trade Deal Insights. The Australian Securities Exchange, ASX, has wrapped up the trading day with a modest increase, as investors took time to assess the implications of the recent trade agreement between the United States and the European Union. This slight uptick in the market comes despite a new warning from U.S. President Donald Trump, who has threatened to impose a significant tariff ranging from 15% to 20%, which he refers to as a baseline tariff. For those looking to stay updated on the latest market movements, you can follow the live updates provided by ABC News. Important note, please remember that this blog does not serve as investment advice. Key highlights. 1. Market overview. As of the close of trading, the ASX 200 index has seen a slight rise of 0.08%, finishing at 8,704 points. The Australian dollar has also appreciated by 0.09%, reaching 65.26 US cents. In comparison, the S&P 500 index remained stable at 6,390 points, while the Nasdaq experienced a modest increase of 0.3%, closing at 21,179 points. On the other hand, the FTSE 100 index fell by 0.4% to 9,081 points, and the Euro Stoxx index decreased by 0.2% to 549 points. In commodities, spot gold rose by 0.18% to $3,319 per ounce. Brent crude oil saw a slight increase of 0.01% to $70.05 per barrel, and iron ore was priced at $98.67 per ton. Bitcoin also gained 0.86%, reaching $119,082. 2. Market performance summary. Among the standout performers on the ASX 200 today were EVT Limited, which rose by 3.73% to $16.70. Austal, up 3.62% to $6.30, and Santos, which increased by 2.06% to $7.91. Conversely, some stocks faced challenges, with Viva Energy dropping 6.39% to $2.05. Closing remarks. As the trading day comes to a close, the ASX 200 index has gained 6.9 points, marking a 0.079% increase, and finishing at 8,704.6 points. 4. Market dynamics. A notable trend in the Australian stock market is the concentration of large companies. For instance, the Commonwealth Bank, CBA, and BHP Group, BHP, hold significant weight within the index. This year, substantial investments from overseas have flowed into the CBA, driving its stock to unprecedented heights. However, in recent weeks, as optimism surrounding potential economic stimulus from China has grown, there has been a noticeable shift of funds from CBA to BHP. Over the past month, CBA stock has decreased by 5.5%, while BHP has seen an increase of 10.30%. 5. Renewable energy developments. In a significant move for renewable energy, a solar farm located in a National Party stronghold has received federal approval in just 30 business days. Environment Minister Murray Watt highlighted this swift approval process as a potential model for expediting the rollout of renewable energy projects, suggesting that outdated environmental laws could be revised to facilitate faster approvals. Currently, the average solar project in New South Wales takes about 705 days to gain approval, while wind farms can take nearly a decade, which poses challenges for Australia in meeting its climate goals. 6. Understanding unemployment statistics. Unemployment figures can often be misleading. Many people assume that anyone without a job is classified as unemployed, but this is not entirely accurate. In Australia, there are over 1 million individuals who wish to work but are not included in the official unemployment statistics. To be counted as unemployed, one must meet specific criteria: not currently employed, actively seeking work, and available to start immediately. If someone is looking for work but cannot start right away, they fall into a different category known as not in the labor force. 7. Economic insights. Professor Ross Garnout has made headlines by asserting that Australia is on a trajectory towards significant economic failure unless a carbon price is reintroduced. Speaking at the Australian Clean Energy Summit, he emphasized that while the current government has commendable goals regarding renewable energy and emissions reduction, the existing policies are insufficient. He advocates for a comprehensive overhaul of the carbon reduction strategy, arguing that a carbon price would be the most effective means of achieving net zero emissions at the lowest cost. 8. Retail trade survey changes. The Bureau of Statistics is set to release its final retail trade survey this Thursday, as improvements to the monthly household spending indicator have rendered the retail trade survey obsolete. The MHSI, which utilizes aggregated bank and supermarket transaction data, now provides a more comprehensive view of household consumption, covering over 60% of spending, compared to just 33% from the retail trade survey. 9. Climate change and hail risks. A recent study has raised alarms about the increasing frequency of giant hailstorms in Australia, particularly in major cities like Melbourne, Sydney, and Perth. As climate change progresses, the likelihood of severe hail events is expected to rise, prompting calls for updated building codes to mitigate potential damage. 10. Dartbrook mine workforce cuts. The Dartbrook mine, a joint venture in New South Wales, has laid off more than half of its workforce amid soaring debts exceeding $800 million. The mine has entered external administration after failing to meet loan obligations, leading to difficult decisions regarding staffing and future operations. 11. Consumer confidence trends. The latest ANZ Roy Morgan Consumer Confidence Survey indicates a slight uptick, yet overall momentum appears to have stalled. Despite recent trade agreements fostering optimism, ongoing uncertainties in trade policy and the Reserve Bank's decisions have tempered consumer confidence levels. 12. Job mobility insights. Recent data reveals a decline in job mobility among Australian workers. With only 8% changing employers in the past year, this trend suggests a growing conservatism in job choices, with many workers prioritizing job security despite favorable conditions in the job market. 13. Renewable energy cost analysis. The Albanese government has released a report indicating that renewable energy remains the most cost-effective option for new energy generation, even when factoring in storage and firming costs. This report underscores the importance of transitioning to a renewable energy grid, as Australia aims for a sustainable energy future.